Hey! So, as you might be able to tell, there has not been a Tuki video for a few days at this rate. I wanted to give my voice a rest, even though, miraculously, I didn't end up losing it. I don't know how. I don't know what magical magic I cast on myself to keep myself from losing my voice. I belted during that concert, and somehow I didn't. So I didn't lose it. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do an hour-long video, because why not, right? Because it's 7:30 right now, daily refreshes in 30 minutes, so what the heck. Plus the free expeditions to Planetarium. And I think I'm gonna wait and not do these two, and just wait and see if I can get some Tuki dailies. But I'm sure as Sand gonna go to Planetarium. That is such a fun area. I'm sorry. I think I remember most of the path to Planetarium. It takes this route. But I've had some time to meditate and just generally relax. So now I suppose I'm back to what I do best. This apparently. So I guess what I'll do, since we're going to be here for a while I venture all the way up to Planetarium, I'm going to regale you all with stories. And this time I think the thing I'm going to talk about is choral composers. Because... okay, good, the audio's fine. Let me maybe... hang on. Turn down the mic volume a tiny bit and turn the desktop audio down a little bit as well. But choral composers, they're composers that you don't really hear about too often. Because their big claim to fame isn't some movie or some show that they wrote music for, with very, very, very specific exceptions. Unless your name is Antonio Vivaldi, most people who write music for chorus aren't super, super renowned. They're certainly renowned in certain circles, namely the circles that I poke around in. But you learn to recognize the names and the things that they may entail. First name that comes to mind is Rolla Dilworth. And he's a bro. I actually had I've done Allstate a few years for my state, and Rolla Dilworth was the conductor for one of those years, and he was awesome. Really chill guy. Right, Town Maze. Wait. No, it's the first one. I gotta go to Archipillar World. Right? Right. But Rolla Dilworth's music is probably 85% spirituals. And like, not necessarily gospel, but very close to gospel, if not straight up just gospel music. And it's good, too. You got Dan Forrest, who is just very talented. I admire his musicianship. And some of the songs that he's composed are some of my favorites that I've ever sung. Particularly a song by the name of A Bronze Triptych. To those who don't know what a triptych is, it's a 3-panel art piece. Think, The Garden of Earthly Delights is probably the most famous. But it's just like a 3-panel work, and in the case of music, it's a 3-movement piece. In a metaphorical sense. And it's talking about bronze. And it's a really, really, really good. I absolutely adored singing it. Like before, I have no idea where I'm going, so I'm kind of just going to poke around until I find the right location. Right, this is the... That's the really cute spot where you chill. This guy's a teleport, but I don't think it's a teleport to where I need to go. Or maybe it is. Right, you can get to Deserted Town from here. So why not? I think I'd just go this way. But he did a bronze triptych, which is incredible. It's the story of bronze, starting out as residing deep within the earth, and then going from the earth to the hands of man to fashion weapons. And then, after the bloodshed, those bronze weapons are melted down to form church bells to ring in an era of peace. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece. And the other one is Jubilate Deo, which is what we ended up doing a few days ago. It's a bit extra. The piece is 55 minutes long. It is in 5 languages. It is 7 movements long. It was a lot, but I very much enjoyed it. It was one of those pieces where it was a massive flex, I feel, because it was full orchestra and basically 8-part choir. Because all 4 of the principal parts ended up getting at least 1 split. And then, another guy that comes to mind is Eric Whitacre. Now, Whitaker's a bit of an odd case. Some of his music is very, very interesting and fun, because Eric Whitacre likes to do a lot of stuff with accidentals and weird rhythms and weird, odd music and interesting constructions. I have respect with him. I have respect for him in that regard. As a person, though, I haven't heard the best things. He sort of reminds me of an auteur. Just like, oh, my vision as a filmmaker must be exact, or else it won't be good. Just the stories that I've heard about him, that seems about right. But whatever. People can make good music even if they aren't necessarily tolerable people. I mean, hey, just look at the music industry. Who else comes to mind? Oh yeah, Vivaldi. So, that name might catch some people off guard, because, you know, Antonio Vivaldi. He's best known for strings, and not chorus. Well, back in the day, before he got his start, he was known as the Red Priest, and he taught at an all-girls school, and he taught choir for the girls at that school. Now, at the time, choral music was in a very different place, and weirdly enough, it was a very male-dominated practice. And most pieces that you found around that time were basically just sung by men and eunuchs. And it was a lot more traditional or even Gregorian in its styles. Gregorian is just like chants. But Vivaldi's stuff is very, very good. Though there is a catch to that. Also, has that always had a visible path? Was it just that my previous monitor was so bad that I couldn't even see it? I'd be willing to believe that, frankly. There is a catch, though. Like I said, the stuff that he composed was meant for all-girls choir. And I am a tenor, which puts me in a bit of an interesting position. Because with the basses, or at least, I suppose the fourth part, you can pretty reasonably just pitch it down by an octave. It stays within the chord, and it's usually pretty manageable. The tenors don't get that luxury. So there were times singing Vivaldi where I had to sing really high, way outside my usual range. Though speaking of singing outside my range, someone else that comes to mind is Handel. Now, you may not know who Handel is, but you've definitely heard music by Handel. Is it I think it's Handel and not Handel. He wrote the masterwork, The Messiah, which most people know from the first movement, the Hallelujah, Hallelujah chorus. And the thing that I had to come to grips with this myself, is that it is really easy to lose track of individual parts when you haven't sung the piece before. Or it's hard to even track them if you haven't sung the piece before. Because when you think of the Hallelujah chorus, you usually think of the soprano part. You think of like the Hallelujah, Hallelujah. No one ever thinks of the other parts. And that's just something you have to deal with. Same deal as like Bohemian Rhapsody. Everyone always thinks of Freddie Mercury's part and sort of glosses over the other parts of the piece. Because it's the chorus. It's the melody, so naturally it sticks out. And those other parts gotta try a whole lot harder to make sure that they don't get completely left at the wayside. Now naturally, they shouldn't try too hard because if one of the harmony movements overshadows the melody, then you get a completely different problem. Also, planetarium. As usual, with every time that I go here, I'm definitely gonna view this event. It's just too good. God, that's pretty. I love how you can screw around with where Urasuki's looking. Ah. That event is so pretty. I got 10 minutes until it refreshes. What is this? Tatami room. Oh, this room. I can do this. But what I was saying about the Hallelujah chorus is that the tenor part is freakishly high. Because like I said, the soprano part is like, oh, hallelujah. The tenor part is, sorry. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. I think I'm flat, but whatever. You get the point. And having to... The trouble is, I think I mentioned this before, a common problem with chorus is that you can't pick your range. You are stuck with the range that you have. So if you can't hit the notes, well, God help you. River Road. Oh, interesting. This will probably take 10 minutes to get to. It is very funny that of all the pieces to say "God help you," it's the one of the most famous religiously charged pieces in the world. Hmm. I forget where Whitefern World is. This is a random guess. That's wrong. I think it's straight up. There you are. Oh god, this is apartments. I definitely could have just gone through a library. Whatever. There's some other chorus people. Hello. That UFO sound drives me insane. And I don't know if it's random chance or what, but I think it is. River Road is over over to the left. I will say though, even though you can't change your range, choir directors are generally very comforting. A lot more comforting than band directors. Band directors have a bit of a reputation, and obviously not all of them are like this, but particularly at middle school and high school level, they have a reputation of being a little bit unchained. And like I said, not everyone's like that. But with chorus, I don't think I've ever met a chorus director who is outright mean. I've met a couple of condescending ones, but none that were outright rude. And I really think it's because there is no... It's sort of a social media thing, where there is no disconnect between you and the sound. You are the sound. And the director is fully aware of this. So there's almost no room to say, oh, you're singing wrong. It's always more about your own personal ability, and not quite as much about the way that you're singing. And it's not fair to judge someone based on their personal ability. You can help them get better, but to shame them for not being able to do something is just not right. Sorry about that. I had to blow my nose. But most directors are very, very understanding of this. However, it also goes the other direction. Of their understanding that you can't, like, you can't change the way that you sing on a dime, but it also goes the other direction of, okay, well, none of us can change the way that we sing. But unfortunately, if we only have 4 tenors, that doesn't bode well. If we only have 4 tenors, and one of them is a bass that we had sing low tenor, then one of y'all is going to have to sing high tenor, otherwise we have no tenors. there is no such thing as picking up a new instrument in chorus. If there's no flutists in the ensemble, that's just too bad. you can't you can't have someone pick up a flute and learn how to play because there's no one else in the band that knows how. That doesn't work. If no one in the choir can sing that high G, well, no one's singing that high G. That's just the way that it goes. Now the hope is that those situations happen as little as possible, but they happen every once in a while. Generally, a good director is good at avoiding situations like that and sort of reformatting the piece so that the parts are evenly distributed and one person isn't left doing a part by themselves. Unless it's with the sole exception of super high soprano parts, because those are almost exclusively solo parts. But what else? Ah, right, the concerts. Generally speaking, the repertoire for concerts and chorus are very similar. They're sort of just like a five-fingered checklist of things that are in every single chorus, almost every chorus concert without fail. The first is a religious piece. Now, I'm not just talking Christianity, it depends on where you go. Because most directors are fully aware of the fact that people don't want to sing 8 different songs about God, glory to the highest. People don't want to sing 8 different songs that just are just quotes directly out of the Bible again and again and again. And for the record, they quote the same 3 passages over and over and over again, and it is exhausting. If I had a dollar for every time I had to sing a song that had the line Kyrie eleison Jesu Christe jubilate Deo, I could raise enough money to hire a composer to write a different song that I could sing instead. The Kyries are the most egregious to my memory. Now there's one of those. There's almost always a spiritual, which rocks, because spirituals are always fun. I've almost never sang a bad spiritual. I think there was like one or two, but they've since slipped my memory. There is always a song, especially past once you get up to the high school level. There's always a song in a language other than English, and that can have mixed results depending on what that language is. If it's a romance language, it tends to turn out pretty good. If it's not a romance language, things can get dicey. Though again, it depends on what that language is. I still remember in middle school, even, our director worked us. Like, worked us hard, and we were middle schoolers. I remember in 7th grade, no, 6th grade even, we had a piece called Sir Kalak, which is in Arabic. And to this day, it is one of the hardest pieces I have ever sung. And I am now in almost a senior in college. Like, even now, that piece was absolutely ridiculous. It stopped flow. Oops. Uh, yeah, screw it. I'll hop over to Flow and do those. But sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. I noticed that the... Oh, god, right, Rust. I think I just go in with Sapasuki. Look at The pilgrimage. I'm just gonna follow these peeps. They... Oh, right. Shoot. Yeah, yeah. I gotta say, it's much less disturbing after seeing it, like, six times. But that's my own problem. Okay. So the two are Corrupted School and Orange Maze. Oh, shoot! Oh, through Dysmorphic World. Interesting. A 1 in 6 chance of appearing as Sabasuki and a 1 in 4 chance of appearing as Rust. Not entirely sure what I'm looking for. I think I'm at the right place, though. So I think just wake up and try again. But what was I saying? There's usually a piece in foreign language, and that piece can be easier or harder depending on what that foreign language is. There's usually there's almost always a Christian religious piece, but there's sometimes pieces from other religions, specifically Judaism. And let me just say, Jewish pieces are fun. They're very fun. I love Hebrew is just a very fun language to sing. So that's usually a great time. They're also like they're really peppy and fast as well. Oh, Zwa got it. Well, I'm going to get it eventually. Just gotta keep bumping my head into it until it works. I guess I could try doing it as Rust. It's technically faster. Oh, this is it. I need Ghost. What? Oh, damn it. Okay, so I need to run away, aggro them, and then run away. Okay. I guess back to the grind. But what else comes to mind? Oh, there's usually a poetry piece. Now, poetry pieces are a mixed bag. Sometimes poetry pieces can be really, really, really pretty. And sometimes they're just not. It really depends. Chicken to China, the Chinese chicken, you have a drumstick and your brain stops ticking. It really depends on who writes it, depends on the context. We sang a song this semester called Earth Song, which is by Frank Ticelli, which was really, really good. That's one of the best ones that I've sang. And we sang it last year, too. Oh, there it is again! Lucky me. Okay, I need to have Ghost out. Wait for them to start chasing. Bruh, really? Wait a minute. Oh. Right, this works like invisible, so I need to actually trigger the effect on it. Okay. I'm starting to get it. So I need to let them start chasing me and then toggle Ghost, go all the way down into the left. And that gets me to where I need to go. The thing is with poetry pieces that sometimes they're really, really good, and sometimes they're just mid. Like, I've never sang a bad poetry piece. Hell, I don't think I've ever sang a bad piece of music. Like, everything has something that it brings to the table. Even if the only thing that it brings is comedy. What the... Because if I had to pick a song that was my absolute least favorite, back in senior year of high school, we sang a piece that was a Disney love medley. And it was a medley of a bunch of, well, as it says in the tin. Oh, this looks cool. I've never seen this before. And it had, like, not necessarily love songs, but just, like, Disney songs, let's be real. It was, I think, part of that world from Little Mermaid, I Can Go the Distance from Hercules, and one more that I don't remember at the moment. And it was just not fun, because it was one of those pieces, and this happens infrequently, especially as you go up into high school and college. Still happens sometimes, where the composer writes two parts for alto and soprano, and then forgets that there's guys in the choir. So the guys just get shellac. They just get awful pieces that are just... Or that they get awful parts that are just like, oh, you get the accompanying parts. You get to go da 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 for the entire piece. You like that? No? Well, whatever. This especially happens with the basses. Okay. Now we're good. Go as Ghost, wait a second until they aggro. Perfect. Now Speedy won't catch me. And it can go through the left here. And this should spit me out in Corrupted School. And I've never actually visited here, so I'll take a second and roam around. Oh god. The chaser is getting faster and faster. Piss off. Oh god, it follows you through doors. That's terrifying. Up. Oh no. Please. Go away. Go away, please. I'm not doing you any harm. I'm not doing you any harm, please. Terrifying. Is this... Oh, shit. What? I just got fucking killed. Oh my god. That was unsettling. Okay. That was a lot. I was already stressed out, and then I talked to Smile, and Smile just punted me. Okay. Okay, let's go through apartments since that's the easiest. Wait, I just realized Music World is the same melody as the title theme. Like da 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 da. Oh, right, Home. That's a game I probably should play at some point. There's a chaser in here, but they move at normal speed, so I should just be able to walk around them. Oh, there's two of them. Right. Home, if I recall correctly, is an off-fan game. Rather famous one at that. Never played it, but I've heard about it from somewhere. I honestly couldn't tell you where. Wait a minute. Oh, it is Sugar Hole. And then out to the sewers. Here's one of those weird gas mask maids. Whole town. Right, hospitals here. There's a lot of stuff here. Rose Apartment, Sugar Hole, Sewers, Orange Maze. What happens if I hit her with a pipe? I don't think it's this way. This is where you get the Dharma effect. There's also chasers in here, so maybe coming in here was a bad idea. It'll be cool as long as I find the way out. Okay, that seems easier. Actually, let me do that. Let me just go through Music World. Northern Wastewater Lake. Okay, so I need to go to the place where connecting tile path is. And I have to head due north from there. Ah. This is the first time I think I've ever used the small effect on Cat, but it does work like Dwarf. Well, that leads to school. Damn. Neighborhood. Somewhere in here is the path to sewers. Oh, maybe this? Weird moss creature? Wait, no, that was... Oh, wait, that was the slime effect, wasn't it? That's definitely what that was. I recognize that. Here are sewers. There's apparently an event in here called, like, Blood, Rust, and Pus, or something like that. But I have no idea how you trigger it. There's one or two really, really big events that you can trigger in this game, and I've found one of them. Which is the one with the Legion of Girls within, like, the Blood Maze area. That all, like, disintegrate. It's messed up. I remember it being very messed up. The other one was apparently just as messed up. Alright. Oh god. It auto-picked the second file. Oops. Whatever. I just gotta redo the first one as the first Rust bit. Because a lot of that time of me doing Rust was me doing the effects, or the remainder of the effects that I had missed, and then doing Rust. It would probably only take like 10 minutes to get back to the first location where with the empty box. So I'm not too torn up about that. Where's this? Just a moment. Someone was knocking on my neighbor's door. I thought someone was knocking on mine. Right, Color Cube's world is on the route to Virtual City. Right, Shield Owl. I always feel kind of bad. Wait, new area. New connection off of Shield Owl World. The Pansy Path. Right. I forgot about that. But we've seen that area before, because it's it's a connection from Shield Owl World to Intestines Maze, which is not what I was expecting. Let me get caught by one of these guys. Since I don't think I have been caught by those weird bird things before. Oh. This will probably be my last one for the day. And it's Nazca Valley. I couldn't end it any other way. I'm struggling to remember if there was an area in Human Nikki that had that red eye motif. Because it appears here and it also appears in .flow. I wonder if there's some point of lineage there. And then, yeah, Chicken World. From here, it just opens up whatever gets you to Nazca Valley. I think this is a little bit faster, but it's hard to tell. Huh? The Toy Box in Sunnytown, right. Top rights. It's bottom left, I think. And from here... Oh god, thank god I have a map. I appreciate that the saturation is reduced on the map to make it actually readable. I would prefer to not have an Omaris Labyrinth situation. Race creature, race creature, race creature. Huh. If text events are enabled, it sends you to Corridor of Eyes. If text events are disabled, it sends you to Sunset School. I wonder why it does that. Is that the... I remember hearing that there were certain things in this game that were determined based on whether or not you were using the easy RPG player or not. I think that's one of those things. Maybe text events are disabled by default or something like that. And they're enabled by default with vanilla RPG Maker. I don't know, or maybe the other way around. Hard to tell. That's all I got for now, I think. I love that background. That's all I got. Thanks so much for watching.